Welcome, family, friends, and our esteemed graduates. It has been a long time coming, but we are finally here together for this historic event at Lake Orion High School. I am Dan Haas, and I have had the honor of being the interim principal at the high school for the past several months. Before we get started, I would like to introduce our special guests joining me on the stage tonight. First, members of our school board. Vice President Birgit McQuiston. Treasurer Jake Singer. Trustee Nathan Butkey. Trustee Scott Taylor. Secondly, members of our central office administration, Superintendent Ben Kirby. Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning, Heidi Mercer. We also have on stage with us Lake Orion Options High School Supervisor, Kristen Slowinski. I would also like to acknowledge and thank all of the district staff who are here tonight in their staff t-shirts, as you see them all over the place, helping in a variety of ways. Building and district administrators, instructional coaches, supervisors, support staff, and of course members of our incredible LOHS teaching staff. Thank you all for your help. For the next couple of hours, we are all going to be a part of something new, and we are in this together. We ask that you follow the guidelines that have been presented to you and help us create something tonight that's special and that our graduates will remember for all of the right reasons. We do have a lot of moving parts tonight, so stay patient and enjoy the special time. I would now like to invite Ms. Ella Gerdeman to the stage as she will officially start our ceremony with the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job, Ella. Our first presentation is from Orion Township Supervisor Chris Barnett. I would like to thank the township for its wonderful partnership in making tonight happen. Thank you. Chris.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here, and I want to thank our amazing fire and police personnel and our parks team that have been a part of this, and congrats to the administration for pulling off the best commencement in Michigan in 2020. So, thank you. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. That's a quote from Albert Einstein. A word that could easily be used and often used to describe 2020 is difficulty. However, I suggest we listen to the wise words of Albert and focus on opportunity. I'm going to share with you a few great things that happened in previous pandemics. In 1889, during the flu pandemic, the Canadian Pacific Railway was completed connecting the East and West Coast. Also, during that same pandemic, African-American inventor William Purvis invented the fountain pen, which many of you are familiar with, students. During the Spanish flu pandemic in 1920, the 19th Amendment was ratified, granting women the right to vote. And then during the Asian flu pandemic and during the Cold War and arms race, in Michigan here, we completed the Mackinac Bridge, opening the world's largest suspension bridge. And then finally, during the most recent pandemic, the H1N1 swine flu, and also during the Great Recession of 2009 and 10, and you students will remember both of these probably, Bitcoin was created, and Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger launched Instagram. So why are we talking about these great things that have happened during terrible times? I'm certain none of you envisioned this would be your senior year and this would be what 2020 would look like. But I want to encourage each of you students to think about the amazing opportunities that have already been presented to you out of this difficulty. And I want you to think about these two words, get to. So, you get to slow down and spend time with family in 2020. I get to try a new hairstyle. I get to binge watch Tiger King. Did anybody else do that out there? Would have never probably done that had it not been for the quarantine. I get to serve others who are homebound or less fortunate in our community. I get to master, I'm sure some of you have done this, I get to master 237 TikTok dances. I get to eliminate distractions and not only dream about, but plan my future. And I get to be the first class in Orion history to be sent off with an amazing, custom, just for you, fireworks show. So class of 2020, you get to. Don't think about what you didn't do or what you can't do, but what you get to. So what I can't wait for the next 50 years, and hopefully not, I can wait for the next pandemic, but I can't wait to hear what you guys did, what the class of 2020 of Lake Orion High School did during this crazy time. So thanks for your resilience, thanks for all you do, and congratulations, class of 20.
Thank you, Mr. Barnett. The second presentation tonight is from Mrs. Kristen Slewinski, Lake Orion Options High School Supervisor.
Good evening. My name is Kristen Slewinski, and I'm the supervisor for Learning Options High School. I've been reflecting a lot on these past few months, and there's been a lot of unknowns, a lot of wait and sees, even some, we don't know what we're gonna do right now. And I don't know about you, but I don't function well like that. I'm a planner. I like routines and consistency. Most of us do. And never in a million years would I have predicted that the drive-in movies of the 1950s would somehow collide with the graduation of 2020, 50 years later, to create the ultimate drive-in graduation. But here we are. The ceremony will definitely go down it's the most unique graduation of Lake Orion Community Schools. It's the perfect example of when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. People's ability to keep their spirits up during this COVID crisis has been put to the test. Health concerns, jobs, school concerns, disruptions to day-to-day routines have really caused challenging situations for Americans and for people around the world. So when I am having a difficult time, I remind myself to focus on the positive, to see what I can do to turn lemons into lemonade. Learning Options High School became a positivity project school in 2018, and we as a staff are dedicated to helping our students build stronger, I always get emotional, sorry. Build stronger relationships by recognizing the character strengths in themselves and others. It's founded on the idea that other people matter. We believe that we must learn how to tap into our character strengths, especially when times are tough. So my message to you today is all about the positive character strength of perseverance. Here's the positive. Right now, each of you has a capacity in you to develop the kind of perseverance that will see you through this world's current health and economic crisis. People demonstrating high levels of perseverance are able to handle significant, almost repeated setbacks in pursuit of goals. Each of you has the opportunity to practice perseverance right now during this difficult time, and in doing so, you will be better and more mentally tough when another challenging time comes along. Here's another positive. We are all experiencing this together. Anytime you're in a tough place, as you feel like you cannot go on, you can summon energy from knowing that you must help carry the load for others to succeed along with you. This is where that other people matter mindset comes in. Whether it's your family, friends, coworkers, peers, you do not want to let them down. So Learning Options High School and Lake Orion High School graduates know we are so proud of your perseverance. Remember, those who persevere through setbacks often reap the benefits of success gained by refusing to give up. It's up to you to turn lemons into lemonade. Congratulations, and know that you matter.
Thank you, Mrs. Slewinski. I would like you now to bring your attention to our video screens as Mr. Hawley brings us his message to the graduates.
Good evening and welcome to the commencement ceremonies for the graduating class of 2020. I would like to take a moment to thank our parents, our staff, and everyone that has contributed to the growth of each graduate here today. Graduates, it is my distinct pleasure to speak to you on your graduation day, a day that a few short weeks ago it was questioned whether we would gather together at all. But what was never in question was your determined pursuit of a Lake Orion High School diploma. Each year, I look forward to the opportunity to shake your hands as you cross the stage and officially become graduates of our school. And although I cannot be there in person, please know that I am with you in spirit and I am extremely proud of your efforts. Like dragons of the past, you too have earned the distinction of being some of the finest students in the nation. As we all know, this did not happen without much hard work, talent, and a great deal of perseverance. I congratulate you on this tremendous accomplishment and wish each of you the very best. And as always, go Dragons.
Please stay focused at this time on the video screens as we hear from Superintendent Giannopoulos as she shares some words with her last graduating class from Lake Orion High.
Good evening to the Lake Orion High School and Learning Options graduating classes of 2020, and to your families. I am deeply honored to join you tonight, even though we aren't physically together. First, let me get something out of the way. Clearly, we're all aware of the impact that the coronavirus has had on you and disturbed what would have been a conventional senior year. However, the pandemic is not the defining event for your class, and don't let it be. You have had monumental and successful events occur over the past 12 years. That said, earlier this year, one of your classmates, Kenna Mardlin, challenged me in a tweet to graduate with a class of 2020, as I was going to retire at the same time you would be graduating. Of course, I was flattered to become a part of your class, and even more excited when I was homecoming queen in the parade and on the sidelines cheering you on at Powder Puff games. But tonight is not about me. It's about celebrating you, the first graduating class of this decade. Every year when I have made remarks at graduation, I have a theme that's relevant to the class. For instance, one extremely cold and snowy school year, I shared the numerous tweets I received from students about snow days. And believe me, some were not very complimentary when I didn't cancel school. But for this special class, my theme is about the tassel on your graduating cap, or mortarboard, which is the official name. Now, some may think it's just a way to show your school colors or accessorize your cap and gown, but no, the tassel, and especially the movement of it, from the right to the left once you receive your diploma, is extremely significant, as it symbolizes your many accomplishments and your completion of high school. When the tassel is on the right, it's indicative of everything that you have individually and collectively accomplished over the past 12 years, and more notably in high school. All your hard work academically, the physical stamina you displayed during athletic events, the countless awards and recognitions you received during art, music, robotics, yearbook, broadcasting, and all the other competitions in which you participated. When it's on the right, it represents the community service hours you put in to help others, your unique sellout for soldiers, the time you spent with younger students in bully busters, leadership activities, and SOS. And for this class, like no other class before you, when you move that tassel to the left, it reflects your successful achievements and overcoming any obstacles or challenges that might have gotten in your way. So tonight, after you remove your cap and gown, don't just put away your tassel. Hang it somewhere that's a constantly visible reminder of all of your accomplishments, and more notably your resiliency and of your determination. Tonight's graduation and the turning of your tassel signifies the transition from youth to adulthood and all of the responsibilities that come with it. In class of 2020, we are really counting on you to help all of us rebuild our world. Congratulations to all of you.
I would like to now welcome to the stage Adam Tisch, who will be presenting his message titled Through the Woods.
Thank you, Dr. Haas. Our last few months have been difficult, and I know I speak for everyone when I send my thoughts and prayers to Mr. Hawley for a full and complete recovery, to the grieving family, fiance, colleagues, and students whom Miss Peck left behind, to all those hurt by racial divisions in this country, and to the uncounted victims of the coronavirus pandemic throughout our world. This was not how we thought high school would come to an end, and it has been incredibly humbling. These events, however, provide us with unanticipated new perspective and bring focus and reflection to this time of great change for us seniors. We are so fortunate to live in this amazing community of Lake Orion, with its rolling hills, winding roads, and the beauty of Bald Mountain. In these trying times, I am taken back to the wooded trails right behind our high school and to the first nature walk of our AP biology class. The morning was cold and wet, and as anyone who has gone on a nature walk with Mr. Plonky will know, it was only a matter of time before he took a sharp turn off a straight trail. Soon, we found ourselves walking through a 10-foot deep ravine, cut by the running creek below. There was no direct path, and the mud was slick on the steep embankment. Many of us, myself included, slipped. We slipped, but did not fall because someone was always there to lend a hand. Our life's journey has just taken a sharp turn off the worn path. We are all off the known trail of what was familiar and routine, but in the bright patches of light that shine down through the canopy of trees above, I see the cooperation, sacrifice, and courage we are all capable of. For the past 2 years, I have had the privilege of volunteering at Beaumont Hospital. My time there, assisting the elderly and disabled, has forced me to reflect on my own future, and I encourage all of us to take some time to do just that. An uncut path lies before each of us, and we must do what we can to pave it with meaning and fulfillment. We study, work, and learn to make the world a better place, and this journey is what we have prepared for in high school. I feel incredible optimism as I look to the future. I know each and every one of us will be guided towards a unique mission, a role to play, and an ideal to realize. With our graduation today, we move a step closer to the front lines of society. One day, very soon, we will become the leaders, workers, and decision makers who guide our world. We will be the ones who care for the sick, help the needy, and protect the vulnerable. We will be the employers that families count on, and the innovators who solve difficult challenges. We're so privileged to live where we do, have the opportunities we have, and we possess the chance to truly make an impact on the world. We went into the woods that day for a reason and triumphantly walked out smarter, stronger, and closer to one another. Our next steps will and should be challenging, but thanks to the efforts of our parents, teachers, counselors, and this incredible community, I know we are ready to make a mark on our world. Thank you.
Great job, Adam. For our second student presentation, please welcome Student Leadership President Kate Barker. Kate's piece is titled, Our Moment.
Hello, everyone. Long time no see. It's been a while, but our moment is finally here. My name is Kate Barker, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am to be standing here in front of you today. I've used a simple yet impactful quote in a number of speeches and presentations throughout my years, and I can't imagine something that's better fitting right now. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. This year could not have challenged this anymore. The way we said goodbye to LOHS was not what we wanted nor expected, but hey, at least we're here. I even saw a tweet the other day that read, "I don't remember High School Musical ending this way." And while it may be true, we can choose to dwell on the unexpected ending or celebrate the moment as it should be. We get to choose our reaction. It certainly was not a traditional finish to our K-12 years, but it is something to celebrate. the accomplishments, the memories, the relationships. We should be thankful for it all. When we're young, we're taught to say please and thank you to express gratitude, but this is a new kind of grateful. I'm grateful for that last school store cookie I bought, double chocolate, of course, for that day back in January where we gave up our phones, the last time we attempted to sing along to the national anthem at a football game, and this moment right here. Although each of us had a unique journey here at LOHS, there's at least 3 things that we all have in common. 3 things that unite us. 1, none of us expected March 12th to be our last day of school. 2, all of us are graduating high school today. And 3, we are all dragons. The dragons of the class of 2020 have been brought together in a way that no other class has. Coming out on the other side of this crazy year, we are stronger and more unified than ever. The class of 2020 will go down in the history books, literally. We are not the class of COVID-19, though. We are the class of 2020, and our year is not defined by a pandemic. That's only 10%. The other 90% is how we have reacted and continue to react. Yes, the coronavirus is making history, but we are too. There is nothing I or anyone else can say to get that time at LOHS back. But one thing is for certain. After today, all of us are moving on to the rest of our lives. We are each on to different and beautiful futures. As so many have before us, I know the dragons sitting in front of me today are going to leave big dragon paw prints on the world, and I, for one, cannot wait to see. Whether we never had the opportunity to know each other, we exchanged as little as one word or conversation, or we have been through thick and thin together, I want to congratulate you. I thank each and every one of you for shaping my high school years into ones I'll never forget. And let's be honest, I don't think anyone's going to forget this year. I wasn't going to say that this isn't goodbye and that it's just a see you later because I thought it was cheesy, but I guess I just did. With all this being said, let's enjoy this moment right now together. Then go find what you love and do amazing things. Thank you.
Great job, Kate. Before I officially present this graduating class, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for your leadership, your grit, your positivity during these last several months. Few could have predicted how your senior year would come to an end. Fewer still could have imagined that our graduates would have managed it all with such grace, selflessness, and true Orion pride. Thank you for taking care of our thunder. Go Dragons, and in the words of Mr. Hawley, point positive, people. Board of Education, based on the completion of the graduation requirements of the Lake Orion Community Schools, and with the graduation requirements set forth by the state of Michigan, it is my honor to present to you the Lake Orion High School graduating class of 2020. As we begin this process, and it's going to be a process of having our graduates walk across the stage as we all dreamt that they would be able to do, it is going to be very interactive. We all play a role in the next part of this ceremony. Once you are asked to begin moving by a staff member, please move slowly and deliberately. There's going to be a lot of moving parts here as we all make our way around for our graduates, and this is all so everyone can be in an optimal position while your graduate walks across the stage. So please work with us on this. Once you've made it to the area where your graduate exits the vehicle, which will be right up here, make sure each of you are aware of the timing so that your vehicle's up front, either on that side or this side, while your child walks across the stage. Once your graduate is exiting the stage, that's when you will slowly pull up and go to the pickup zones. We want to do this as efficiently as possible, but as you can all see, we are a big, proud group today. So this is going to take a little bit, but we're already ready to go here. At this time, faculty member Mrs. Lori Hogan will begin announcing of our graduates.
It is my honor, my pleasure, to introduce the first member of the graduating class of 2020, the President of Student Leadership, Kate Marie Barker. It is my honor to introduce the Vice President of Student Leadership, Blake Orlando Tartoni. The Secretary of Student Leadership, Ava Caroline Ulianelli. The Treasurer of Student Leadership, Stephen Alexander Martin. The Community Public Relations Officer, Olivia Nicole Ernest. Adam Matthew Tisch. Ella Jane Gerdeman. Mattia Angeli Rourke. Jonathan Frederick Rubarth. Michaela Catherine DeYoung Laughlin. Kaylin K. Rock. Charles Louis Valeriel Rose. Charlotte K. Anchor. Bryce Owen Horn. Kobe James Manzo. Gabrielle Juliana Alborn. Haley Grace Eastlick. Samantha Carmel Michael Servin. Gustavo Joseph Michael Servin. Melody Dolores Lira. Brian Zapata Lopez. Aaron William Gomez. Mackenzie Kate Harwood. Eric Martin Van Amstel. Ethan Thomas Van Amstel. Renee Michelle Rizzo. Morgan Elizabeth Cecilia Terry. Derek Ryan Duggan. McKenna Nicole Mardlin. Tamara Ordona. Riley Joseph Roman. Andrew John Roman. Michael Morris Fakuri. Valerie Jolie LaCroix. Hunter Ray Jones. Victoria Ann Hodges. Abigail Helen Locke. Brianna Elaine Cassidy. Maria Michaela Tarakovsky. Jordan Mackenzie Jimbarski. Abigail Rose Grantham. Andrew Scott James Strimple. Blake Andrew Sikorsky. Elizabeth Grace Weiner. Claire Frances Nelson. Abigail Broski Buys. Jared Crawford Curie. Next to the microphone, my colleague, Tom Ramito.
Jonah Hawken Sawyer. Logan Lawrence Smith. Grant Joseph Peterson. Mahalia Michelle Burgos Stevens. Joseph Robert Scribner. Arman Singh. Natalie Megan Freeman. Brandon Allen Latshaw. Megan Nicole Rush. Lauren Corrine Gay. Isabella Dorci Capucci. Trevor Guy Fallis Jr. Samuel Christopher Sterridge. Sarah Elizabeth Griffin. Matthew Pirino Mancini. Jeremy Daniel Colon. Lauren Ann Murray. Nicole Yacel Rodriguez Vega. Mackenzie Lee Ford. Alana Renee Bennett. Rebecca Sarah Hamilton. Nathan Tyler Willis. James Thompson Isbister IV. Brendan Scott Miller. Isabella Grace Beamer. Madison Louise McKernan. They're in order. Maybe I hand them. Keep them in order, Tom. They're still in order.
So that box, if you really says reader
Well,
cards,
right.
we stack that one.
We were
makes
supposed to
sense.
be doing that.
Or
I'll
I
just.
can put them when we're done. Or I'll take them now if you want.
I'll hang on to them for a moment. Poland or Pollen? Alan Evan Poland. Olivia Liuan Bartunik. Megan Page Onesco. Elena Grace Bevilacqua. Anjali Sumir Duasai. Joanna or Johanna? Natalie Tamika. Nicholas Raymond Gretsch. Samantha Ann Murphy. Sydney Elizabeth King. Caleb Allen Cook. Ann Bassie Shaw. Natalie Elizabeth Phillips. Linehan? William Patrick Linehan III. Angel Ann Eisenhart. Gavin Chase Robertson. India Lee Ann Wiley. Jacob Thomas Carruthers. Madison Jade Smiley. Holden Sunil Dalakia. I would now like to introduce my colleague, Alicia Connor.
Jasmine Soraya Ray Whitmer. Jasmine Sierra Whitener, sorry. Justin Michael Gingle. Wilson James Thunick. Matthew Bruce Stone. Olivia Mary Irwin. Eleanor Laura Baldwin. Jacob Cole Ayo. Caitlin Nicole Derbyshire. Liberty K. Mason. Taylor Ann Grilly. Caden Elaine Reynolds. John Vincent Brandon. Charlotte Ray Murrin. Erin Marie Humes. You're okay. Brianna Michelle Gordon. Olivia Emerson Casis. Harry William Onon. Nicholas Joseph Schmidt.
Good job, buddy. Congratulations.
Cruz Byron Morin. Jordan Ashley Mearsman. Mattia May Brunson. Matthew Robert Brunson. Katerina Isabella Kovalevich. Andrew Allen Leonard. Madison Kendall McDonald. Cole David Schroeder. Jacob Kovic. Connor Llewellyn Chapel. Evan Diane Kresh. Alejandro Zabeldia Pareda. Oh. Justina Kimber Short. Evan Michael Kataliski Crew. Carol Olivia Paxson. Wong Tang. Shen Tang. So sorry. Joseph Anthony Merdua. Delaney Therese Rogers.
You're all good. Congratulations.
Brooklyn Lynn Babcock.
Congratulations. Good work.
Olivia Taylor Steima. Jenna Claire Walke. Nicholas Allen Ford Litke. John Mark Luke Daunt. Evan Christian Blue. Nevaeh Cheyenne Triplehorn. Caitlin Marie Potter. I'd like to now present to the podium colleague Dr. Wood.
Rachel Catherine Maloney. Corinne Koch. Logan Michael Williams. Allison Louise Aquilina. Erica Marie Head. Mitchell Edward Peters. Joshua Ray Lawson. Avery Tyler Soroka. Cameron Michael Hassano. Sydney Christine Hassano. Riley Angel Marie Nichayo. Vivian Kim Phuong Waldus. Nicholas Joseph Haig. Jocelyn Leona Wilcherski. Madison Louise Dober. Cameron Patrick Miller. Emma Isabel Anderson. Kaylin Rosemary Allard. Griffin Edward Jocks. Andrew James Jones. Gerald Jerome Hoskins III. Molly Isabella Finstrom. Theodore Robert Anderson. Aaron Page Gallagher. Nicholas Kevin Nowakowski. Madison Grace Stankiewicz. Owen J.S. Pfeiffer. Mackenzie Louise Giddings. Miguel Angel Roque Jr. Gunnar Carl Burchard. Zachary Lucas Hay. Shelby Elizabeth Shones. Brendan Joseph Gursky. Heather Marie DeSamper. Cheyenne Danae Washington. Colin McHale Rose. Julian Joshua Jokai. Jackson David Whitaker. Henry Harrison Koosh. Zachary Edward Rose. Angelino Perez de los Rios. Jonathan Philip Peisklau. Natakorn Sachua. Jacob Henry Springle. And now my colleague, Mrs. Alexa Stone.
Elise Christine Cast. Elizabeth Anna Sternick. Daniel Allen Hall. Robert Daniel Aleftery. Morgan Bailey Wright. Alexander Neil Walters. Sequoia Ann Howard. John William Hauser. Dominic Lee McLaughlin. Liam James Havarti. Paige Noel Lagerquist. Allison Kate Romansky. Olivia Jane Schroeder.
Matthew James Phelan. Jason Robert Lawson. Jack Aaron Christian Kaufman. Riley Ann Begg. Kelsey Ann Miller. Christina Marie Caramonte. Aiden Alexander Kirkpatrick. Hannah Marie Orth Mahalik. Catherine Grace Royce. Alexis Marie Ruart. Haley Jill Negree. Hannah Marie Perry. Matthew Stephen Henry Nicely. Ryan James Hingsing. James Sean Seelagy. Griffin Scott Doland. Caitlin Louise Doland. Austin Joseph Doland. Hayden Dominic Colley. David Walter Kaufman. Eliana Ann Vanderwerf. Carissa Janae Hicks. Gavin Robert Ortiz Vanderkerkove. Anthony Jacob Saver. Victoria Elizabeth Averill. Alexis Agnes Misiak. Kaylin Alon Williams. Parker James Snellgrove. Elias Samir Shango. All right. Quinn Alexi Hurt. Madeline Lee Ritchie. Megan Elizabeth Singer. Lily Marie Snyder. Elizabeth Ann Marino. And I'd like to welcome to the stage my colleague, Jennifer Howe.
Anna McCall Snyder. Zoe Lynn Dendel. Michaela Osborne. Lola Madeline Davis. Keely Mary Preet O'Haver. Kendall Kate Little. Madison Amber Elosigi. Carter Anders Sandstrom. Nolan McGee. Rendia LaShawn Smith. Rachel Catherine Falkowski. Morgan Ann Spina. Connor Edwin Paulson. Joseph Raymond Tofolo. Evelyn Ksenia Sienkiewicz. Kelly Rose Sharp. Evan Christopher Harris. Madeline Michelle Ayers. Kane Michael Falarku. Benjamin James Abbott. Mickey John Collins. Nicholas Maxwell Graves. Jack William Lineweber. Alec Edward Losing. Alexis Elizabeth Koski. Marjorie Rose Milton. Len Wesley Schweihofer. Sanai Michael Pulot. Mayu Claire Mauer. Ashley Marie Dodson. Lauren Grace Womer. Joshua David Strand. Alexandra Frederick Barrett. Mason Stephen Landershire. Jonah Thomas Regenek. Taylor Allen Crick. Jillian Grace Sear. Ariana Christine Creel. Emma Elizabeth Hansen. Mason Lawrence Slocum. Liam Francis Pellig. Delaney Elizabeth Karen. Aiden Howard Lusk. Tony Michael Garnett. Dominique Chanel McCarthy. Eric Ryan Maxwell. Adam Nicholas Sukatowski. Harper Patricia Kroll. Hi, Joe. Congratulations. Joseph Weston Katie. Andrew James Miller Jr. Alexis Ann Michelle Burton. And now my colleague, David Whitaker.
Jack Donovan Cummins. Reagan Taylor Stevens. Sage Regina Crocker. Nicholas Andrew Velati. Madeline Ray Rogers. Che John Justice Smith. How do you say it? Gotcha, baby. Amaya Charlotte Faber. Jonathan Theodore Pierce. Olivia Grace Carroll. Whitley Simone Kennard. Guy Patterson Sloan. Grace Catherine Vukolich. John Thomas Glover. Madison Avery Hitzing. Dejanay Antonique Ola McDonald. Diana Liera Yasmin McDonald. Alexis Marie McMahon. I recognize those. Natalie Ann Bowl. Chloe Irene Lucille. Caleb James Calhoun. Cullen James Houlihan. Kylie Megan Andrus. Joseph Michael Barron. Taya Michelle Myers. Courtney Jade Andrus. Sydney Ann Zadarin. Michael Paul Gilliam. Drew Kylie Searing. Blaze Austin Lauer. Sean Michael Cunningham. Leonardo Kazuki Fujita. Addison Adair Grady. Sierra Monique Jones. Andrea Sherry McCollum. Hannah Beverly Jenkins. Jesslyn Aaron Yaks. Attaboy. Luke Anthony Sally. Emma Melanie Sismus. Dario Alessandro Ruffini. Mary Elizabeth Eisbrenner. Bernard Salvatore Dave. Kendall Marie Wolf. Mitchell Anthony Duffy. Naya Jasmine Somerville. Adam Edward Schrader. Sean Michael Hammond. Ashley Nicole Shelbourne. Ryan Douglas Hammond. Connor Andrew Ross. Ashton Xavier Kroll. At this time, I'd like to introduce Julie Del Rempel.
Riley Samantha Stanfield. Val Carrillo Rodriguez. Emily Hope Cars Summerfield. Lucas Conrad Factor. Catherine Daria Rusbrook. Hannah Elizabeth Vacanti. Donald Adam Kimenoff. Sydney Kate Morgan. Leon Janelle Joel Zernak. Adam Zibanis. Patrick Keenan Steimel. Abigail Eileen Prushk. Zachary Parker Hammerland. James Reyes McCoy Jr. Dustin James Freeman. Alexander Michael Rintz. Sean Michael Collins. Emily Corinne Bell. Julia Anna Mosheri. Isabel Maria Kojako. Andrea Nicole Widener. Annie Marie Reed. Courtney Marie Hagedon. Theodore Henry Hirschfield. Emily Therese Penrose. Abigail Rebecca Murphy. Kate Ellen Murphy. Zachary Martin Robertson. Landon Drake Hoteling. Noah Alejandro Lusk. Madison Nicole Lane. I got it. Forrest Delano Stalvey. Julia Ann Rahman. Daniela Rose Mendiato. Charlotte Rose Wagner. Cameron Parker Maupin. Sophia Marie Bohannon. Carson Bradley Nellis. Ethan Thomas Seekinen. Alexander Christopher Gostansky. Mark Joseph Mulligan. Zukaya Michelle Brown. Caroline McTighe Janice. Abigail Grace Lawson. Dylan James Bodeheimer. Nathan Ponamorthy. Dustin Joseph Nordike. Nicholas Graham Campbell. Lydia Rose Hansen. Noel Lee Holt. Please welcome to the stage, Vinnie Booker.
Nicholas William Fisher. Brianna Lynn Cox. Michaela Lee Belton. Michaela Joy Finneran. Kirsten Morgan Formel. Jeremy Roland Sterneman. George Wesley Johnson. Grant Robert Guston. Anthony Edward Ursity. Camilla Andrea Gregg. Anthony Allen Gregg. Samantha Renee Skirkis. Brent Austin Emerson Pease. Rochelle Marie Smith. Marissa Jitju O'Leary. Solana De Maya Jones. Sarah Christine Totten. John Francis Luvar. Caleb Christopher Anderson. Mercedes Bonnie Laverne Pike. Jonah Stephen Capazzoli. Kathleen Olivia Witt. Austin James Roll. Emma Celeste Makala. Travis Carty Weidman. Liam Kenneth Stanier. Jordan Alexander Lambiris. Dominic John Battiata. Emma Olivia Shrine. What a pleasure. Jacob Kangas Lasher. Oh, how honored I get to read Marlon's name. Marlon Robinson, Jr. Sean Michael Holland. Andrew Douglas Van Heck. Timothy Alexander McAuliffe. Savannah Renee Ritter. Jacob Francis Jor. Richard James Ottoson. Rachel Marie Bolster. Marissa Marie Margaret Russo. Jack Isaac Kleitch. Kylie Marie Grund. Brianna Ashley Maddock. Justin Brandon Clark. George Joseph Van Polvorty. Thomas Dana Reith. Olivia Ann Kelly. William Patrick McLean. Lauren Grace Nepchuk. Brendan Charles Webster. Connor Lawrence Hittinger. Alec Matthew Maines. And now to introduce my colleague, Amy Redman.
Cameron Tyler Sutton. Justin Robert Petrie. Emily Nicole Mitchell. Amaru Abdullah Raham. Bailey Renee Wessel. Seth Corbin Nelson. Hannah Valerie Waters. Derek Scott Skidmore. Dylan Matthew Altman. Joseph Richard Marcourt. Samuel Thomas Moses. How are you? Hunter Thomas McCarty. Melina Janet Dioforno. Grant Eric Hinman. Alexander Paul Spears. Andrew David Ziley. Anthony Paul Skierna. Elena Renee Damas. Lauren Eleni John Alberti. Morgan Ann Slumzinski. Madeline Marie Schlunt. Troy Christian Perry. Sierra Desiree Britton. Devin Glenn Christofferson. Peter Allen Missick Jr. Elizabeth Eileen Paglia.
Okay, as of right now, we believe we have everyone. This is kind of a last call. If you have not come through yet, we're going to give you a little bit of time. A little bit more while I find my glasses.
For sure. Whatever you want.
All right, at this time, please welcome back to the stage Leadership President Kate Barker for the turning of the tassel. During this time, I'll say this anyways, during this time, students are welcome to exit their vehicle carefully and maintain social distancing during this momentous event.
Lake Orion High School Class of 2020. At this time, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, Dragons, we've graduated.